Do you think African lions are powerful? Ask anyone who's seen one in person, and I doubt they would say no. But to say they are powerful, we should decide how to define power. We could say it's raw physical strength, and there's no doubt lions are physically very strong. But when elephants walk into the area, even lions get out of the way. What about defining power as bite force, the pounds per square inch applied by an animal's jaws and teeth? Search the internet for the top 10 animals with the strongest bite force, and lions are usually at the bottom of the list, even if they are included at all. And yet lions are some of the most successful animals on the plains of Africa. So clearly we cannot just define power by the ability of one animal to physically win against another. I would propose it is their strength in numbers, combined with their physical strength and aggressive attitude, that makes lions so powerful. This is shown very clearly in the National Geographic documentary, Eternal Enemies, Lions and Hyenas. This show provides amazing insight into multiple opposing groups, including prides of lions and clans of hyenas, who all compete for food and territory in Savuti National Park, Botswana, Africa. The contrast between the two species is striking. Lion males are physically larger than females. They form patriarchies where one or more males rules each pride. Female hyenas are physically larger than the males. They form matriarchies where a dominant female rules each clan. As you watch these animals compete for food and territory, you start to see the social power they exert on members of their own groups, and even more, on their enemies. This brings a new depth to the original question: are lions powerful because of their social power? Great books have been written about the pursuit of social power in human society, including The Prince, written in 1513, and The 48 Laws of Power, first published in 1998. Both books deal with complex human interactions, whether in a 16th century Italian court full of nobles and royals, or a modern office or political arena full of allies and rivals. As stated in the 48 Laws of Power, in the world today, it is dangerous to seem too power-hungry, to be overt with your power moves. We have to seem fair and decent, so we need to be subtle, congenial yet cunning, democratic yet devious. So what does this have to do with African lions? Let's step through the events of the documentary and refer to the 48 Laws of Power. If you have not seen the show, I urge you to watch it first. Either way, spoilers ahead. Let's start with the most obvious reference. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. The way you carry yourself will often determine how you are treated. In the long run, appearing vulgar or common will make people disrespect you. For a king respects himself and inspires the same sentiment in others. By acting regally and confident in your powers, you make yourself seem destined to wear a crown. You'll see this confidence in how lions move slowly and deliberately, scan the grasslands as if they own the place, and command respect from the other animals. Meanwhile, hyenas act nervously, hiss and bite at each other, make constant squeaking and giggling noises, and murder cubs in their own clan, including their own sisters. Yes, I realize I'm criticizing animal behavior, but we are making comparisons to human behavior, so let's keep going. The documentary begins while two brothers are leading the pride. We have to assume their leadership was earned through competition with other lions. The children's press book Lions explains, normally, 1 to 3 male lions claim control of a pride. Sometimes, a younger male from outside the pride might try to take over. It challenges the pride's dominant male to a fight. This brings us to Law 25. Recreate yourself. Do not accept what roles that society foists on you. Recreate yourself by forging a new identity, one that commands attention. Be the master of your own image, rather than letting others define it for you. Incorporate dramatic devices into your public gestures and actions. Your power will be enhanced, and your character will seem larger than life. These leaders are now responsible for the safety and success of the pride, including the protection of their living and hunting grounds. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. To maintain your independence, you must always be needed and wanted. The more you are relied on, the more freedom you have. Make people depend on you for their happiness and prosperity, and you have nothing to fear. About 1/3 into the film, the lions pass a hot day by resting on what little shade they can find, including the male lions surrounded by their pride. Lions spend a lot of time resting. They might lie in each other's shadows. Lying on their sides also helps cool them off. Heat is lost more quickly through the thin skin of their bellies. Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. The world is dangerous and enemies are everywhere. Everyone has to protect themselves. A fortress seems the safest. But isolation exposes you to more dangers than it protects you from. It cuts you off from valuable information. It makes you conspicuous and an easy target. Better to circulate among people, find allies, mingle. You are shielded from your enemies by the crowd. This next one is kind of a cheap shot. A lioness gives birth to 3 cubs and moves them to a new den where they are attacked by an Egyptian cobra, with tragic results. The lioness wanders out alone as she struggles to survive the snakebite, facing elephants and hyenas along the way. She is separated from her pride, and they know nothing about the tragedy or her life-threatening situation. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. You can die from someone else's misery. Emotional states are as infectious as diseases. You may feel you are helping the drowning man, but you are only precipitating your own disaster. The unfortunate sometimes draw misfortune on themselves. They will also draw it on you. Associate with the happy and fortunate instead. After the injured female recovers and rejoins the pride, the female lions kill a wildebeest. The noises attract the nearest hyena clan. The narrator of the documentary says, quickly the hyenas identify the lions and realize that the males are absent. This is why the hyenas feel free to attack the lions. This brings us to Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Reputation is the cornerstone of power. Through reputation alone, you can intimidate and win. Once it slips, however, you are vulnerable and will be attacked on all sides. Make your reputation unassailable. Always be alert to potential attacks and thwart them before they happen. Meanwhile, learn to destroy your enemies by opening holes in their reputations. Then stand aside and let public opinion hang them. This analysis will be continued in Part 2. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel for the next video and see the description below for the list of books and films featured in this video.